I mean, it's not. Once you kind of passed it by, it feels like it's gone through in like no time at all. Somebody were to say to you, you're going to dance every day for 1,000 days. You know, outside of everything else that you're doing, you could be dancing other times in your day. That could be a part of what you do as your part of your daily life. But for the next 1,000 days, you have to dance every single day. Now, I don't think I would have done it on that basis. The 365, the first year was probably as big a stretch as I thought I would be able to handle with that. And then we got to the end of that 365, and it felt like the most natural thing to continue. And then at the end of 2 years, we're almost at 750 days, and we're thinking, you can't not dance for 750 days, and then there's only 250 days to go until today, 1,000 days of dance. And I've learned that whether or not I feel comfortable doing something, I am actually capable of doing it, and I'm capable of. It's not even capable. I wanted to support this. It wasn't my idea. It's something I would never have thought of doing in a million years. Well, I might have thought of doing it in a million years, but in 84, 85 years, probably not. And I've come into it every single day that I've been physically able to be in the same space, and it's really important to me that I have consciously and everyday thought, got to dance today, and we're going to dance today, we get to dance today. I've learned that even on the hardest days, a dance makes a massive difference. 3-4 minutes, it breaks you out of everything that you're doing, and it allows, I'll rephrase that. Even on the worst days, a dance gives me this moment to just put down everything that's going on around in the day, all those stress factors, and I get to move. And I think that often the dances where I am most expressive are probably the days where I've had the most going on in my day. Other days, especially at the beginning, there was a lot of very stilted dancing. And then probably in this past 100 days, there's been, I feel, a lot more relaxed and expressive dancing. I've learned that I'm still not comfortable expressing myself big in public. The idea of going out and dancing in public, I know a couple of people who do this, in Edinburgh, especially, and I'll put a link into somebody I know, and he does pavement boogie. He's also a pretty wicked guitar player as well, but he has that something that I look at and it's like, wow, man, if I could just let go of whatever that is that I've not put down, that I've not resolved, that I've not said, you know what the hell? You know what I mean? Ultimately, it's probably going to impact on somebody's day for about 30 seconds. And I think I'm even being generous there. People will pass by in 10 seconds and go, oh, somebody dancing, blah, blah, and then back to their iPhone or their smartphone, Android, or, having a conversation with their friend or whatever it happens to be. So really it's like most other things, I think. What we think other people are going to think of us is never even close to what we think other people are going to think of us. Is that right? What other people are going to think of us is never as much as what we think other people are going to think. They don't have all these links and images and this network of the who they're going to think you're like, and blah blah blah, and all the rest of it, or anything. I don't know what it's going to be, but they don't have whatever that ability to build an image is in my head that I've got going on that prevents me from being more expressive. They don't care, really. It's, and that's not a bad thing. It's not, but you're a passing, I'm a passing moment in their day. And that's it. And maybe in that passing moment, I make people smile, or I make people go, what the fuck? Or whatever it happens to be, but it's doesn't matter. I'm dancing down the street. I'm doing this. I'm having fun. I'm letting myself enjoy the experience. I am filling up what I'm actually free to be able to do. 1,000 days of dance has not liberated me, yet 1,000 days of dance has shown me a path to liberation, and a lot of that is in a freedom of physical expression. Within that 1,000 days, I attended a week retreat where physical expression, that ability to release, sort of tension and such in the body was a big part of it. And through dance, that can happen for people as well. Really, letting it go wild and stuff. I've learned that Carol has the most amazing persistence and resilience. This has been a really challenging 1,000-day project for her, and there's been so many moments of trying to create something on particular days and they haven't come through, and she keeps going, and that's an incredible thing to witness. And it's also really hard because I've also learned that a big part of what has held back that expression, what has held back that freedom that we are able to explore through these 1,000 days of dance has been a big part of me, insofar as it's my insecurity, my fear, my judgment about what other people are going to think about me, and not in a positive way, has hampered and in fact killed off a number of brilliant ideas. I've learned that I want to dance properly. I've learned that I want to dance with Carol. I said to her recently, I can't believe that we can't even pull off sort of a few basic moves together that flow naturally. And yeah, she completely agreed, but Carol's not been the one that's closed off to that for 1,000 days and more. I really want to learn how to dance better, how to connect with my body in dance, that I can meet somebody in music and move with them in a way that we both enjoy. While we've danced for 1,000 days, and every one of those is measured through videos, it's gone in what feels like the blink of an eye. I can remember that first dance on the 1st of January. There was 2 dances on the 1st of January. I remember dancing to what's his name? Pharrell Williams? Pharrell? To Happy. And a start of a journey that wasn't intended to be as long as this, but it's gone by so really fast. And I've learned that I've missed a lot of opportunities to grow myself in that time. Not big steps. They're not big steps to take, but they have a massive impact. And I really think that it's important that I face into all of those limitations that I've put upon myself, cast them aside, and move into a space of free expression, of free expression, whether that comes through in movement, words, some other form of art, statement, whatever it happens to be. Halfway through this experience, and I'm not talking about the dance, I'm talking about the life, it's the wrong point to not be doing things anymore, and it's got to happen. I've learned that holding back in those dances is holding me back in my life, is holding me back from stepping into what could be even more enjoyable opportunities. You go into a dance and you kind of, sort of shoulder dance. You've seen me do it a lot, I'm sure, if you've been watching the videos, and if you haven't, go and check a few out. It's I've kind of got that dad dance thing going on sometimes. Well, that's holding back, all right? That's limited, and to take that movement from being limited to being free and letting everything kind of come out and big and happy and joyful and emotive is going to be massively impactful. It all ripples, I suppose. So yeah, really, that's something that I have learned is and it's been demonstrated, it's documented, it's seen. I can look back on that, and there is growth, but it's been so subtle. I've learned that it's really hard to get some people to dance with us, and bless them, they support what we do completely, but you can't get them to come up into the floor and dance with us, and yet other people have completely surprised us, and it's been beautiful to see. And I love having other people join us in the dance and sharing in that energy. I mean, the whole thing has been about raising energy, a way of helping to make the world a better place. And it's a big world, but that world is connected by all of us. And if our dance encourages, inspires, motivates you to dance, and in that dance, or from that dance, you give somebody a smile that otherwise you might not have given them, or some expression of positive on the back of that dance. Wow, it's these things that make a difference. We're not building a school in an impoverished area of the world. We're dancing, but maybe that somebody who is building a school in an impoverished area of the world sees our video, and it just gives them a moment to remember, that there is joy, that we are raising the energy, and that everything that we do impacts on other people directly or further down the line through other people as well. And so it's really important to me that we keep doing this and we don't stop dancing, and whether that's documented every day or whether it is something that is just a part of our day, I don't know how that looks at the moment. I think it's important that we should keep doing it here every day, but it's a that's a project that Carol typically, pretty much entirely has undertaken, the editing aspect of it, and bringing it all together. And that's a big ask, for her to keep going, for another 1,000 days doing this. But we'll see. It's about trying to ensure that as long as it's working, it's working. And if it stops working, then we look at it and maybe it changes. But at the moment, we're very much on keeping it working and keeping it going and keep putting that energy out there and keep connecting to people and keep encouraging all of you to dance, to move in any way that you can. If you can't, I don't know, if you use a wheelchair as a means of mobility, through your day, and you can't use your legs for getting up and dancing. There is movement, I'm sure, and I hope there is movement there that you can make that is not the same as you would maybe do in the rest of the day. That it encourages just a bit of looseness and a bit of relaxation and a bit of fun. Putting a smile on a face, putting a smile on your face is big, huge. It's what it's all about. It's making people smile, raise the energy. That changes the world. Sharing some love changes the world. Okay? And loads of bad stuff changes the world too. I'm not sort of saying that, it's only good things that change the world. Absolutely not. There's, click lots of buttons on other pages and stuff like that. There's so much bad stuff that's changing the world. But among that, there's love, and there's joy, and there's raising the energy, and there's encouraging people to break their own molds that they've cast themselves in some, sort of distant past that you can't even touch upon anymore. So look at what, I suppose that's a big thing in 1,000 days. I've started reframing what I think of me a lot more recently. Seeing those limitations of movement, of expression, and realising that, so much of it is things I thought about myself way back when. I haven't even given myself a chance as a 42-year-old to kind of look at different things. It's not even I haven't given myself a chance because I've removed it, I think, each time that it's come up. But, if something comes up that you think, that's how I felt for the past 20 years about something. Well, whoa, wait a minute. Who was I 20 years ago? I was not who I am now. Physically, every cell in my body has since been replaced. Everything in my body has since been replaced. I am not the person I was 20 years ago. Why am I still holding the idea of who I think I am 20 years on, without taking the time to review? 1,000 days, I've had 1,000 days opportunity to review, and what I have seen is that I have been wanting for a change. A few weeks ago I did A few weeks ago I did an oracle reading. I've got a small group of people that I do. Carol is part of the group, and my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and I did oracle cards readings for all of us. My card, I'll put a wee, was this, and it is, it's coming out of the closet. It's being authentic. It's presenting and releasing the real, authentic expression, unfettered, unlimited, fearless, courageous expression, beingness of me. That's what coming out of that closet is. And that, to me, is probably one of the most terrifying things, and yet after 1,000 days of doing the dance, I owe it to myself to step out, to stop hiding behind a wall, a door, or whatever it happens to be, and step into, I don't know. I've never had the courage to meet whatever that is. And after 1,000 days of dance, it is now something I want to really, really explore. I don't think I'm going to suddenly be jumping out and wearing the most, sort of hugely colourful clothes, or I don't know, actually. I don't know why I would put a limitation on it at the moment, because really what it comes down to is how I look is actually completely unimportant. What I say is pretty much unimportant. It's how I feel. It's how I energetically express what's really in here, what really wants to come out, what doesn't mind what you might be offended by or made uncomfortable by, but it'll also give me probably a more genuine opportunity to find out what does turn you on, what does engage you, where's your joy? Is it in dancing every day? Let me know. Really, let us know. So yeah, I think that's where I'm headed, is stepping out and stepping in to a more genuine me, which I don't think anybody has really seen so much at all, ever. So it's going to be exciting. Anyway, I'm going to go for it just now, and we're going to get ready to do our 1,000 Days dance today. Still, I'm a bit kind of unclear as to what we're going to do, but we're going to have fun. We're going to love in that space and create the best energy that we can, as we have done every day for 999 days so far, about to step into this 1,000 day. So join us for a dance, and if you want to go and check out any of our earlier dances, please feel free to go ahead and do that. There's a playlist, I'll put a link in for that one below. Remember to subscribe, remember to click like, remember to comment below. Let us know what you're doing in every day as a conscious practice to raise the energy in your life and in the lives of those around you. Is there something that you do with your family each day that just brings you in, that brings you into a space and just gives you that moment to share? Let us know, we would really appreciate it. This is Bruce from the Wee Clan Torrance, sending you so much love. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.